All right, let's assume we're live, and let's say welcome everyone to the final ever Echo Racing League race, the Season 2 finale to crown a champion. Four drivers enter tied in points. The highest finisher of the four will win the final Echo Racing League championship. I have two guest commentators with me, Eli Bright once again, and also the big staple, Nathan Stapleton, with me. You two just raced at Las Vegas earlier, in an all-star race for the Ally Racing League. So, Eli, you won that race. Tell us a little bit about Las Vegas and its uniqueness on this game.
You can use multi-grooves. I really like that. It's not one lane around the bottom of the track you can't pass. It's also really tight and loose, so gotta adjust your cars right. Long run, good chance of you spinning down the inside wall.
And
That's about
Staple.
it. Oh,
Oh, well, you can finish
oh,
your
you're
point.
fine. No, no, you're good. You can go.
All right. Well, Staple, low draft here. So, normally leagues either run medium draft or high draft to these types of tracks, but this one low draft. So, what do you expect to see with that coming into play? There's going to be not as much draft as maybe these drivers are used to seeing here.
Well, I think normally this high draft is a pack race at Las Vegas, and most of the model it has. But because it's going to be low draft, it's going to be more of a driver's race than normal. And with how Vegas always is, being a driver's race track with it being multiple glues, it's going to be interesting if we can vote the glues right and get massive ones, even bigger ones than normal, with it being on low draft.
And we saw last season in this race. It wasn't the finale, but it was kind of towards the end of the season. And Eli, you can attest to this. It was one of the best heat races I've ever seen. They were four
It was
wide at points for
crazy.
the lead, three wide. That whole last run was outstanding. And we have many drivers who are making returns for this final Echo Racing League race. Right now, there's 26 people in the lobby. You have drivers returning like Meme. He won the first ever Echo Racing League race at Chicagoland. Arrow's back. Nexus is back. Tim is back. You have all these drivers that used to race and haven't raced in a while. Some drivers maybe making their first start, one of their few starts in this league, looking to try and get it done in the final ever race. As for where our championship runners are starting, you have Max Boost in contention for the championship along with Bean, and then you have Dirty Boy, last season's champion, and LT. Max is starting on pole. I know that is the biggest shock of the night. Starting in third, we have Dirty Boy. Starting in fourth, it's Bean. And starting sixth, it's LT. So all four of our championship runners are starting up inside the top six positions. The only drivers that are really up there that aren't in contention, you have Cyogenic starting in second and Brennan starting in fifth. So those drivers, and here's a question I want to pose to both of you. So we have the final four, the championship four, racing out here for a championship. What do you do when you're in a position and you're not one of those four and you're racing one of them? How do you race them?
Clean. You can't screw them up. They're there for the championship. You don't want to make them angry at you, even though it's the last race, but it's be kind of a unrespectful move to like race them real hard. Maybe stage 1 and 2, maybe, but stage 3 definitely not.
And I think that would echo basically everyone's statements is you try to race them as hard as you can, but also you don't want to go overboard with it and ruin their shot at championship, especially if it's in that final stage. We've seen it where sometimes you don't get a yellow flag. Obviously, there are relaxed yellows on, so we will have those if there is a big enough accident that occurs. And with 26 drivers in the race, I'm expecting a few manual yellows, or not manual, but game yellows or two. I assume we'll maybe see as I'm now getting bombarded with invites from many of the drivers. But this league started back on August 14th, 2020, in the midst of the pandemic. Brett Sierra, the league owner, basically wanted to make a league with competitive drivers, very good competitive drivers, but also make it laid back at the same time. And I think he did a great job with it. And obviously, this season 2, grew bigger than it was in season 1. Eli, when we were commentating season 1, we thought a race with 20 people was a lot, but this season we've gone up to 30 at some points in races, and it's been a blast for 8.5 months commentating this league, and we're ready for 134 laps to determine a champion and which of the four, Max Boost, Dirty Boy, LT, Bean, can get it done. Bean, a two-time Auto Club winner. You have Max, he's won, 5 races this season. Dirty Boy, last season's champion. And LT, the last driver to join in the tryouts as we can join the lobby. We can now join. And also, for the first few laps, we will have a 4-wide pace lap in honor of the league. So that will take a few laps off the board, and we're assuming that these drivers are talented enough to to handle it. If they're in the league, they should be talented enough to handle a about 65 mile an hour 4-wide pace lap. But you never know. Sometimes it could change. So with those 4 drivers that are in championship fight, Eli, which of those 4 do you think will get it done?
I'm going to go Bean. I'm not taking the obvious
You're not
choice.
picking the low-hanging fruit. Nathan, which of those 4 between Max, Bean, Dirty Boy, and LT is going to win it?
I'm going to say something's going to happen. He's going to get it.
Alright. Well, since you picked Bean, Eli, and he picked LT, I will not go for the low-hanging fruit. I'll go for Dirty Boy. He'll go back-to-back in championships in this league. As you can see them starting the 4-wide pace lap. So the easiest way to do this, there's 26 drivers, so that's 13 rows. So you'd have about the front 6 or 7 rows stay in line, and then the rest get going. Is right there. They're looks like they're gonna make it work right here. They're trying. Cyjank's backing out of it or something. Maybe he wants to make it 5-wide.
Yes.
That, or maybe Max went at the top, so he kind of told Sio to move down to the bottom lane. Let's see if we get some cool shots of this. Well, that's not really a cool shot. We'll see if the... Oh, that's a good one. 21 lead in the pack. I think it would be very cool to see Meme at some point up there. Obviously, he won the first ever league race at Chicagoland back in Season 1. Now he's back for one final race. This is they're doing a really good job at this. You have Nexus on the outside there returning for one final race. The 21 wants to have some fun in the grass. Spinning around, actually. Hopefully that doesn't cause a yellow. The 20 flying up there.
The force.
We got 2 88s in the field. Tim is in the 88, which is the Pro League one. Frank is in the normal 88. So hopefully that's not confusing to some. We got KD and Bean up there. Bean, obviously one of our championship runners. Now they're going to... Looks like they're going to try and sort out, get back to where they were all qualified at, and we'll go green in a lap or two to finish off the Echo Racing League season number 2 and for forever. Man, that 21 really likes finding the walls, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Who even is the 21? Oh,
Front.
front runner. Yeah, he's another one making a return. I believe he won Atlanta back in season 1. Led to the famous interview of him saying that Alex Bowman would die in the Daytona 500, be replaced by Quinn Houff. So I think they're 5 wide, maybe even 6. Now I like that shot, so. Seeing all of the championship runners up there. You have the 22, 19, 10, and 1, 21 doing some donuts, and I think now they're going to try and get sorted back out.
Steep on pit road.
Yeah, they're going to get some early adjustments in, aren't they?
Like, at the end of the day, this race is a celebration of the Echo Racing League, so they're just laying some fun out. Right now, going 4, 5, 6 wide and going out. I haven't really done much with this league. Only, I think, the 3rd race I've commentated, but it's been fun all 2 times previously, and I'm excited for this one. Hopefully it's a fun one at Vegas tonight.
See them warming up the tires. Drivers on the outside, the 19, the 88, 22. See all 4 of our championship runners up inside the top 6 positions. Only 2 that are in the top 6 that aren't. You have Cyogenic and Brennan. So we'll just have to see. Are they going to go green this time is the question, because some drivers are still coming off pit road.
I think just Cowboys restarted their eyes.
I know they wanted to go green on lap 4, but that could be hard to do if the whole field isn't caught up. They're bunching together. We'll see. Oh, we
Yes,
are.
they are.
Green flag for the final time of the Echo Racing League. Notice on that start, Sidejanic did not get going in the 48. Halted the outside, the 22 and the 19 kind of faded with that. They're back behind the 48 and the 3. Big Jim got up to third and all that. That's another driver who is not in championship contention, but the heartbreak of Michigan, he would love to heal it with a win here in Las Vegas.
He tried his best. He gave it all last week.
Now, I would say he, at points, had the dominant car.
Definitely.
But Dirty Boy giving a fight to Max as they come off turn 2. Now, I've heard from some of the drivers in the field that they are worried about what Max might be able to do here tonight, because this is apparently his best mile and a half. And if we've seen what he's done at some of his worst mile and a halves, then this one could be a cakewalk for him. But you never know. A late yellow could come out. You could have yellows during pit stops. And obviously, you have to get down to pit road speed if there's a green flag pit stops. There's a lot of moving parts still. Even though Max may be the best driver in the field, it's still not a guaranteed lock. Anything can happen on any given day. Big Jim looking for a second on Dirty Boy. Once again, as you mentioned, Eli, that's where if you're Big Jim, Sidegenic, Brendan, you have to try and balance racing hard around these championship 4, but also giving them some room and keeping some respect between y'all.
The first time
Well,
tonight.
as I say that, never mind. He goes up the track.
And I was about to say the 48 wanting the top side. We're going to see that a lot, but especially as the tires get older, people are going to want to run different lanes. The top side can get a good one on the long run.
Turn 3 and 4 is low key underrated. You can get that top.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Top is very good.
honestly, over the past few races I've done at Las Vegas, I found myself wanting the middle lane in both sides of the racetrack. You know, especially in 1 and 2 with those bumps down the bottom. You kind of want to miss those as much as you can.
Yeah.
And then in 3 and 4, especially if you're on the outside, if someone can just pinch that guy down and he'll have to lift so he doesn't run into you.
You gotta hope they don't hit the apron.
Oh, well, speaking of hitting the apron, LT just did that in the 19 and about lost it. Tim giving him some room. Alpha there as well in the 9, and then Frank just behind them. So it's about 10 or so cars that have broken away from the rest of the pack who, once again, with low draft, though, it's going to be hard to gain. You know, there's not really much draft if you're that second pack, so you have to hope that these front runners kind of mix it up, or obviously we'll have a stage yellow in 30 laps
Big
or so.
Jim got
The 19 and the 3,
LT
Brennan.
going.
Good save by both those drivers. That could have been really bad for LT's stage 1, but fortunately he was able to save it. Brendan kept it going straight. But the front 2 have kind of got a little bit of a gap, and I don't think anyone's
familiar.
surprised. Yeah.
Familiar. It's nothing new this season.
Now we've seen these two make contact in recent races. You think about New Hampshire, you think about Gateway. They've had some contact. But obviously, if you're Cygenic, you've moved Max. Max has moved you in the past, but with this being a championship race for Max, and Sio obviously missed out in the postseason, he's gonna race Max hard. He obviously wants to win this race, but at the end of the day,
You don't want to race him dirty.
you don't want to race him dirty, and that's the perfect point. You know, you want to race him cleanly, and if you pass him cleanly, go have at it. But if you want to possibly put the bumper to him, maybe you can do it if you have a nice gap over the rest of the field. But otherwise, if you have drivers bearing down your neck, you don't want to be doing that.
If it's late in the race, you might as well move. And if the other three are nearing, if they're near, like they're third, fourth, and fifth, maybe just move out the way and let them try at it. But if they're this far away, maybe.
Yeah. LT making a pass on Brennan, trying to get by the 3. They started on the same row, and LT moved back up to the place he started in 6th. Kind of log jams the pack behind the 9, and both the 88s were kind of getting a little close there. Big Jim getting a little loose, or is he's banding out possibly? That's not something Big Jim had to do, but I think he saw that those two were coming behind him. They're championship runners, and maybe if that were kind of normal circumstances, he would still let them by, but maybe not that fast. And I think he saw that they were coming, so he said, I'm going to let you guys by and You know, I think you're faster at this point, but also you're Championship 4 runner, so I'm definitely gonna get out of your way.
You don't want to hold him up.
Well, team making moves on Dirty Boy now. Big Jim with him.
You really chopped your nose off going through.
Yeah.
Which could be bad then.
Could be good for you.
Yeah.
Especially comes down late in the race.
The only bad thing is that because they keep on battling so hard with for third on bat, and because it's on low draft instead of high draft, it's gonna be hard for this pack to catch up with the top two if the top two don't go side by side.
XLT though, he thinks he could probably lead this pack. He's trying to pull low on Bean now, and I think that 19 does look pretty strong right now at this stage in the race. He was obviously on the outside behind the 48 in that restart, so he didn't have anywhere to go. He has had to kind of fall back to around 7th and 8th. Now he's made his way up to 3rd, +3 from his starting position, and right now 2nd in the Championship 4, only to the driver who I think is the favorite to win it, odds-on favorite to win it, the one of Max Boost. He and the 48 have gapped the field, but once again, this is only stage 1. You know, I think if you're the other Championship 4, oh, the 88's in the wall hard. I think he and Dirty Boy may have made some contact. Frank, though, keeps it going straight, miraculously. Lets some of the pack by. As you can see, some guys are actually caught up to the back of that group right there. I think that's John. Is that Tiger in the 66? It is.
48 looking for the lead underneath Max.
Stay in line. He's going to run a little bit higher here. He's going to try that outer groove, as you mentioned.
He's closing up a little bit, but like everyone's moving got
I think it's important to note, if you're the other 3 Championship 4 that are behind Max, that you almost have to play this as you're all the underdogs and kind of just go out there and have fun with it. You know, if you're kind of stressing about it, that does you no good, because obviously Max is the odds-on favorite, and you know, it'd be better to expect that, hey, the one is going to go out there and kick our butts in, than be like, I can go up there and challenge with him and then have him kick your butt in, and then you kind of just feel down yourself. So if you're LT being Dirty Boy, you kind of just, I'd say you kind of approach this race as, I have nothing to lose. You know, even though I'm going for a championship, I still have nothing to lose. I can go out there and try stuff and, you know, try and make my own destiny happen. Because at this point, hoping on Max to make a mistake or be slow is definitely not the best thing to bet on. I know we're in Vegas, though.
It is true. You gotta have like your own little battle, like the best of the
Oh,
rest.
for the lead.
For the lead
It'd be so hard to stick with the inside, unless
Max, I think, is going to let him have it. So Cyogenic
well,
moves out in front.
And I know that you mentioned about Tiger earlier. Earlier in OTS, he dominated Iowa, so he is fresh off of a victory already tonight. I don't know if he will win, but so far doing a pretty strong job in that number 66 machine early at Vegas.
Yeah, Tiger definitely no slouch. He can easily run top 10 here, and I expect him to move up even further once he gets some, maybe a restart here, some track position, as Big Jim did let Dirty Boy go entering turn 1, saw the 10 getting a run to him, and decided to let Dirty Boy go. So now the Championship 4, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Big Jim, I think, is starting to fade a little bit. Yep, Tim up in 7th. That's so far a good run in his return to the Echo Racing League. It's been a long time for Tim since he raced, and just behind him, there's Tiger in 8th. So, as you mentioned, Nathan, Tiger coming off that win, coming off some momentum, and he's making some good progress. Jaw right behind him, and Brennan's kind of faded back, but it's kind of plateaued around the 10th place, which, you know, I'm sure he'll definitely take that. It's been a struggling few months for him for a while there with that broken controller, but I think Big Jim might be pitting in the 11, trying a little bit of an undercut.
Hey,
he is.
You're not bound for anything, so go for whatever you
He's going for the maximum pit road speed. Could he really drove it in there deep? Getting into pit road. LT hit the wall of turn 4 while we were watching that. Bean got around him, so now Bean moves up to 3rd in the 2nd of the championship runners. But now the question is, if you're the championship runners, what do you do? Do you stick to status quo, or do you try and something like a short pit here?
can't do what the leader does. you're never gonna beat him. You gotta try something different.
Speaking of the leader, Sile's running high, Max is running low, and they're side by side again. Max.
48's gonna do what? Oh.
No, they're gonna race each other to turn 1.
Yeah.
Right here, this is where Cyogenic can really get a run off turn 2, but Max, does he come up in front and take that line away? He does, so great move by Max. Made that look really easy on the bomb, but Cyle's not gonna be done.
But Max can really pinch him going in third and 4 inches. But
hey, he washes up the track though.
Yeah.
Cyogenic pulls even with him again.
Oh boy.
Pinch
him in 1 and 2 that time.
He held a little bit better, but
still Sile doing a really good job on the bottom. Getting some side drive down the straightaway, trying to pull even into turn 3 and 4. Max trying to clear, thinking he is clear. I think Sile had to lift a little bit right there to make sure that didn't hit him up the racetrack, but he got a great run on exit here. Got the 10 pitting early.
He almost seems good in 3 and 4, like he does in 1 2.
Yeah, he kind of washes up. He had Dirty Boy pit, so he's going for a little bit of an undercut. As the front two still battle side by side, and I mean, I know they're still a good ways back, but B and LTF closed in a little bit because of this.
Dirty Boy getting on the new tires and these two battling.
Yeah.
Good time on it.
You maybe expect some of these drivers to maybe take 2 at the end of this stage, or well, for this pit stop on the stage, maybe they stretch it out, take 2. But with Dirty Boy maybe taking 4, getting those tires early, could pay off for him. Same with Big Jim, who pitted just about the midway point in this stage. They're still side by side. This is great racing. Sile might finally clear the 1. Pulls up and does it.
But Max is gonna do a crossover. Oh,
Sile tried to do what Max did to him. But can Sile clear right here with the top of 3 and 4? He's been able to hold it better. Oh, the 1's pitting.
Well, not really. That was really ruining that.
Yeah, well, there goes that battle. But that's the great thing about Vegas. We saw them look like lose for about 3-4 laps. The 48 and the 1 kept on battling, and until the 1 pitted, I think they would have been able to go side by side for maybe 2 or 3 more laps after that.
I was just shocked how hard they drove it this early. Yeah. And Max knew what this race was for.
I think he only did because it was stage 1, right? If that was stage 3, maybe he let Sile go.
Oh yeah. But he knows they've raced each other well.
Yeah.
Clean to an extent.
Max taking 4 tires. Sile is into pit road. LT is into pit road. Bean has stayed out, as you mentioned, Nathan. Bean is right now the leader, but he is one of the only front runners to have stayed out this long.
I think he just runs it out and takes 2 or what?
I think at this point, if you're going this long, your bet is made to where you should run it out as long as you can, take 2. Because now, if you pit, now you kind of find yourself. Big Jim left the 1 of Max on pit road. And Dirty Boy is right there with Max, but obviously Max with fresher tires, but Big Jim, how soon he pitted, got him out in front of the 1, which is right now scheduled to be the lead, but you still have Bean out there. Here comes Sile leaving pit road. There goes Big Jim, who's outside, and
I think that's 22.
Surprised Cyogenic didn't go down all the way to the wall. Yeah, he did a little bit on the exit, but
gain some time with someone else.
So Bean in, you have 41, the 3, Kenny in. Oh, Kenny wrecked it.
Kenny around.
When you think about Kenny, he was a few hundredths away from being in the championship 4, as he lost in a 4-wide photo finish, a dead tie. He wasn't the one that tied the race winner, but he was the one that made the big move, as you have Brett still out there in the racetrack. Brett leading. He's never won an Echo race, even though he owns the league, and right now he's getting to lead laps in the final Echo race. There he is. He's coming down pit road now.
There it is.
There you go. So he is leaving with Jaw. Jaw also taking 2.
You can't follow the leader. You gotta do something else. Gotta beat him.
And if you're Bean, try it now and see if it works out for stage 2. If we get to a position like this in stage 3, or some yellows come out, so it's a gamble worth taking. If you're Bean and Jaw and all them, Bean has decent ground. My only problem is that there are a good amount of laps left for Max to run him down, or Big Jim. See Max get by Big Jim, they let him by, and they're already on to Jaw. So, but for Bean, I like the effort to try. As you have, I think that's Tango still out there, as obviously Tango, the fuel saving, the tire saving master. The 37, he's finally pitted. Here's Max passing the 41, who actually doored him a little bit.
Well, Jaw was aggressive last week, so not shocked. Not shocked.
Actually, Tango's not paid, but he's on pit road on my screen, so.
Yeah. I'm so confused. I don't care. Got that glitch.
Hopefully it will resolve itself at the next yellow, but now you have Max and Cytogenic clearing second and third. Big Jim going to try and get by Jaw in the 41, but there's Bean right in front of him. And there's Brett. Did Brett leave all of them?
So I know that like it is Vegas and they tend to gamble, and that's what some of these guys did with 2 tires. But of how many laps are left in stage 1, and of how fast Max Boost and Cytogenic, they are always catching up to this 22. I think if it was a shorter one to the end, it might have worked out, but they're about to get swamped.
Is Brett that far out, or is he just?
No, I saw JC. I thought it was Brett. That's my bad.
Oh, I'm about to say, I'm like Brett's like a half a track ahead.
I saw a blue and white car, and I got excited.
Oh.
Cytogenic trying to pass Max, who's trying to go around the outside of Bean, who's on 2 tires. Tango's still out there with 6 to go. Has about, I would say, maybe 4.5 seconds as the 48 is trying to make the pass on Bean. Not for the lead. This is for second right now, but look at Max. Oh, he's going to put Sal on the wall. Now the 1 up into the 48. Sal even more into the wall.
Not what you want to do, but...
Hey, if this is the race where you can do as a Championship 4 driver, you know, I don't know if anyone would dare pay back a Championship 4 driver.
Yeah.
With 5 to go, Tango has a decent gap. I don't want to say he has it, but I know obviously we can't see the gap because he's on pit road on our screen, but he's out there by a little less than half a straightaway. I'll just watch Big Jim stream to try and keep us updated. He's about 4 seconds up with 4 to go, so we can try and manage a second lap. He can win this stage, which would set him up big time for next stage. If it goes green all the way, the next stage even shorter would be even easier for him.
Yeah.
It amazes me of how Tango is able to pull this off every single race track that
he's got years of experience stable. He's got.
He must, because he does it everywhere, no matter what.
He's an old man.
3 laps to go for, I presume, Tango. I think he's still out in front.
Just guessing.
You have Max in second, but I think Max is definitely reeling in that 37. I think he'll actually get around him. I think Tango is, it's going to be about a lap or 2 too many for him. But, I mean, once again, if next stage goes great, I think next stage could be Tango's then. 2 laps to go. Yeah, Max took the lead, so the 1 is now out front. Oh. And I believe that'll be, Sil will probably get to second, Bean maybe even a third, but I think Tango should wind up here inside the top 5. Even though stage points don't matter for the Championship 4, they matter for everyone else to try and get as best a points position they can. So this will be the white flag.
Max Boost is definitely the guy to beat, and if the race ended now, I don't think anyone has anything from Max Boost. Cytogenic might, but right now in stage 1,
I only see the 48. Really have anything.
Right now,
but again,
unpredictability. You never know.
You never know.
We saw last round. It didn't really go Max Boost's way. Coming off 4, he'll get the green-white checkered flag for stage 1. Max Boost gets it done. We'll have our Championship 4 runners. Cytogenic raced him hard all throughout the stage, ends up in second. Bean, his 2-tire call, gets him in third, so I mean, it wasn't really a net loss. He was third entering pit road on those 2 tires, so it was a gamble worth taking for Bean, I'm sure. Big Jim ends up in 4th, Dirty Boy 5th, Tim 6th. And the only Championship 4 runner we don't know about is LT right now. LT currently back in 7th. So, right now, Championship 4, 1st, 3rd, 5th, and 7th. They're all going to be on the inside, it looks like. Assuming their pit crews do well. So now, Eli, you know what Max has in terms of speed. What can you possibly do if you're the other 3 in the Championship 4 to try and somehow shuffle that one out?
Hope he speeds on pit road. That's all I got. No one else. Him and Salgenics are the top 2. Unless Style, I doubt, gets paid back.
So look at that. All of the Championship 4 are on the bottom. 1, 3, 5, 7.
That queen stays shut Vegas.
Style's gonna get right in line. Dirty Boy moving low into the apron. LT moving low into the apron.
Oh, Bean kind of hit Big Jim.
We've seen with Big Jim, he's not been afraid to let these guys go and race it out themselves. Speaking of let guys go, though, Cyberjanic doesn't want to do that. He wants to get to the lead as quick as he can. Oh, we got contact. The 41 Tim.
I couldn't imagine something like a Schumacher in the last race. Couldn't see it ever.
Better hope it's not a Championship 4 driver. Better hope a Championship 4 driver's not around it when it happens. Oh, Dirty Boy trying to clear Big Jim. Wasn't quite clear. Sent the 11 almost up into the wall.
Don't get LT underneath him.
Does Big Jim let LT go? Does he try and he's going to fight back on the outside. You got Killer up into Tim now. Tim into the wall because of it. Into Tiger. And Tiger's wrecking in the 66. He's trying to still go Meme into the outside wall in the 18. Oh, Meme up in the air. I think that was Brett that hit him. But I think we should stay green. I don't see any need for yellow there, but a tough break for our first ever Echo winner, Meme. All the way back on August 14th. Tango's still in pit road, so I don't think we'll ever be able to see Tango for the rest of this race.
I don't think so either.
For the lead, Siles beneath the 1, and Bean's looking to try and maybe take it 3. Was that some payback there?
I haven't seen 48 enter that high all race still.
That might be.
Look at now, he's giving the draft to the 22. He did not want the 1 to get clear. He did not want the 1 to stay up there, so that might have been just a little bit of payback from Style to Max. Saying, hey, I know I'm not in the Championship 4, but you still can't race me like that. Yeah. Well, now Max is angry, and this is where if you're Max, right, you have to take a deep breath. He's not in the Championship 4. Don't do anything to ruin your shot at the championship because of someone that's not in the... And Max might be lagging a little bit, actually. I saw a little bit of a surge there. And now Sal... Oh, look at this. We got a huge block.
Oh, my God.
Once again, you just can't... If you're Max, you can't be doing this. I'd honestly let the 48 go.
Yeah. A whole Dirty Boy almost chopped Bean off. Or...
Bean and LT on the bottom with Big Jim.
Seeing the 48 Melon, the other 3.
Yeah. Well, everyone's there. Jaw's still there. You got Big Jim and Frank. I mean, my goodness, and they're still side by side. Oh! It's getting a little bit racy at the front in stage 2 here. Look at Dirty Boy trying to shoot the middle of all this.
Why? Max with a great one up.
He hit the wall.
Can Dirty Boy try and get inside? He's going to go high with the 1. Now he's going to arc it into the middle. Max is lagging a little bit.
Yeah.
I remember he said at Phoenix he was on his hot spot. I can't assume that the same thing happened again, but...
You can't. It's championship race. You can't be on the hot spot.
But Max, you know, he has to have one of the best internet connections in the league, and for it to be lagging like that is kind of worrying to me. Because, I mean, it's not bad lag, but it is jumpy at points. Look at Jogging up into the thick of this in the 41. He was kind of...
Jaw don't.
he was Max's kryptonite at Chicagoland to start this season when Max messed up pit road entry. John was the one to take the win, but this is 2x2 racing at Las Vegas with all of our championship 4 up here. This is outstanding. Look at Jaw.
Oh. One wrong move.
Look at LT going 3. Dirty Boy trying to shove him down to make him lift, and LT's having none of it. 3 wide between those 3. Bean to clear it. Again, the one is lagging.
He's been lagging since stage 2. He didn't lag at all in stage 1, but since we went back,
it's not like it's going back and forth,
but it's not like all the way back and all the way forward. It's just kind of staying within the same footer. Oh no! Now he's in the wall.
Oh boy!
And there goes Bean through. Now Bean is the championship leader in the 22.
88, 3 wide through them. Oh.
So this is the first time tonight someone other than the one has been leading the championship.
I guess we answered your question. Who could beat the one? Maybe himself. His internet.
Yeah. Technology.
Yeah. Technology.
Oh, Frank cut off LT. That's a risky move. But look at the front two. They are non-chase drivers. Yeah, Frank also up there. There are 3 non-chase drivers inside the top 5 right now. Dirty Boy shoving into Big Jim right there. LT shoving to the inside Frank, but now Max has to find a way back around Bean, but Bean is a hard one to pass, especially when it comes late in the race.
That car's about 5 times later.
Yeah. We saw at Auto Club what he did to win that one this season, and I have no doubts he would do something like that for a championship. Maybe even worse for a championship.
Oh, yeah. Maybe inside wall. Maybe.
Now, if you're Cyanogen and Jaw, obviously I think the 48's been faster than the 41. I don't know if Jaw's going to be able to make a pass, but if he is able to try and make a pass, do you make that pass or do you stay in line trying to pull away? But he's losing ground now, so I don't think that will ever really come into fruition. But
is it 22?
Meanwhile, Matt Spruce has caught back up to Bean.
And LT cleared Frank. Big Jim follows through with him, so now they're trying to latch on and get whatever little draft there is off the cars in front. Because I don't think the fastest car is up at the front right now. I think the fastest car is in 4th, so Bean almost got the wall right there. Max didn't really get a huge run with it. Oh man. Oh, yellow's out.
Oh,
is it? Yeah.
Why are they? I was so okay.
Oh. What happened?
The 12 Coach Matt was spun off turn 2, and there may have been some others. Well, there obviously was some others involved as well. So,
well,
now that's your pit stop for the stage. Apparently, JC said it was massive. JC, one of our racers, kind of our text and race reporter. There he is in the 47.
Sounds like the Las Vegas big one might have happened.
He said it was him, Coach Matt, and Nexus. So that would be warranted for a yellow. 3 cars off turn 2. And he said he died. Alright, so here he goes. Restart here. You're good on fuel and tires at the end of the stage, so push as hard as you can on this restart. Try and get what you can, and can Max get back in front of Bean? He's lagging really bad now. Look at that.
No, Bean. First it was Max, now it's Bean. Max is still lagging. Both drivers.
Oh, no, that's really bad out of the one.
Oh, now the 48's
not the
lagging.
only one lagging.
He's not the only one.
I don't know if it's just on my...
Oh, no. No, he's lagging really bad, though. He's lagging terribly. Like, there's some others that are maybe wiggling around a little bit, but he's
all over the place.
Yeah, he's jumping everywhere, and Jaw's going around the outside of Sio for the lead, but, I mean, I can't really focus on that with this one car kind of... Yeah. Oh, he shot up right to the back of the 41 right there, and he was nowhere near him.
Yeah, for me on my end, he went flying in the air on the back stretch.
Now, the crazy thing is, on Big Jim's stream, he's perfectly fine.
Yeah, I don't...
Cyanogen moved back out in front of Jaw. Bean still in front of the one who I don't think is lagging.
I don't know. I got it fixed by stage 3 because I'm like looking at a laggy one car.
Oh, back of the pack there, getting very racy. 3 and 4 wide. You got LT in the middle of a 3 to his inside. One of his fellow championship runners, Dirty Boy. Don't focus on the lag in one car.
Hey, good buff.
Alpha up in contention, the 9 car, the highest he's been all night. I think for LT and Dirty Boy, they look like they have some longer run cars. They are not faring well in these restarts.
Yeah, I think they definitely have some long one close instead of the short one.
You got Max to the outside of Bean, trying to get that spot. I don't know where the 1 is. I'm going to assume Bean is clear because he moved up. Now Bean's getting spun sideways by the 1.
Yeah.
If Bean can see what we're seeing, he'd definitely not be happy.
No.
He's not seeing that. We're the only ones seeing this.
For the lead, Cyogen and Jaw trying to make the top side work. He's going to cut Pet behind him.
And there's still a long ways left in the stage. 17 to go. As they're looking 4 wide back in the pack. Alpha back there. Big Jim, Dirty Boy. They were getting a little racy right there. They sorted back to 3, but 2 of our championship 4 are not faring well. They're in the back half of the top 10 right now. Oh, and Alpha making contact with Dirty Boy and Tim on the inside. You got KD in the middle of all that. LT going through the middle. Alpha into him. Alpha puts in the wall to keep off LT, and that was a little bit of a crazy lap right there for the 19 and the 10.
Cyogen trying to get the top side to one of the lowest lane, trying to get the one to get past Jaw, and this is allowing Bean and Matt to catch up. Levi for race lead now.
Jaw, I think, yeah, he'll fall behind the 48. But here comes Bean, as you mentioned, Nathan, to the inside. That balance allowed him to catch up. Going for second, trying to get some distance between he and the 1. It looks like he will clear for second off Jaw, so we'll see if Max can try and follow through. Can the 22 try and break away from that? You got Frank coming to the outside of the 88. These non-playoff drivers really trying to spoil these playoff drivers' parties, and so far they're doing a good job. Sidejack Jaw been running 1-2 as of late. We got a wreck back there. Kenny, Tiger. Yeah, yellow is out, so now you get to pit again. You get some more tires, and it's gonna be a shorter run to the stage finish. Now, if you're Bean, I don't think you want to see that. You had a car between you and Max, and now you're gonna be restarting nose to tail on the outside. So now you have, assuming how the pit crews do, and maybe I have to see everyone taking 4 on the stop and pitting, but you never do know. And
it's been too long of a run. You can't
currently Bean in second, Max in 4th, Dirty Boy 7th, and LT 9th. So we'll just have to see how these pit stops shake out. Will they be in the same positions? Looks so. And hopefully the 1 is
not like
fixed on our screens. Well, nope. We're back. Bean trying to block Jaw. He wants that bottom. He knows, but Jaw's not giving it to him. He shoves him, roots him out of the way. Oh no, he's hitting him up the track.
Oh no.
And now the 1 back up to the championship lead, even though he's sideways. Dirty Boy coming through. That was a good restart for the bottom lane, as the outside got checked up with the 22. The 10 making big progress on the inside.
Oh, Matt flipped into the wall.
I can't tell if he hits the wall or not.
I think he got really close that time. I don't think he hit it though.
God, this is.
And you know, I don't blame Joe for. Oh my God, they're almost
like
5
4
wide.
5 wide. Tons wide off the corner. Oh, I think LT had to back out of that. There's still 4 entering 3. I think that's General's in the middle of that. Where's the 16 come from? And now he's up inside the top 15 or top 10 or so.
Make it... Oh boy, what a restart!
Now once
really
again, yeah, he's still in the thick of it. Look, he has the 96 and the 00, the 66. They're all swamping him. He's gonna get low in front of Tiger right there. I think Tiger probably gave it to him. They're friendly with each other, but they're still trying to go 4 wide here. For LT and Bean, this is your worst nightmare, because now the championship 4 runner has kind of been swapped again. Beam was just up there leading it. Now he's back, battling to not be the last one. And Dirty Boy, who was back, battling to not be the last one, is now up as the second place of the championship four. And we got cars in the grass. LT's one of them, the 19. Sideways in the grass, spinning around.
Oh, caution.
It won't be a yellow. It's the only car involved, but now LT... Oh, man, that's going to be big for him. He's probably going to stay on the lead lap, but that is a big setback.
I don't think LT is going to be able to work his way up from last place all the way back up to the front in time in stage 3. That might loosen with his championship hopes.
You never know, though. Other people could fall back there to him. Oh, man, the one is...
The one scares me. I know it's not really lagging, but...
I mean, he's up there on my screen. He's bumping the 41 to the 48. I'm expecting some sort of lag boost out of it, but Jaw's going for the lead now. And the 41, take it away. I think he's going to rough out the 48. We know Cyogenic. I mean, he played rough with one of the Championship 4 drivers, so I can't assume that made him too happy. Oh, man. Now the 10 is... Well, I guess the 10's lagging because he was hitting the lagging one car.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
They were 4 wide for last place in the pack.
Why not? Oh, my God. It's worth it.
So Max right now in second is the highest of the Championship 4 runners. Dirty Boy in fourth is the next of them. Bean is back. Bean is back in that pack in the middle of 3 wide currently. We'll go find him. There he is in the 22 with KD and Tiger all around him. He's currently back, I would say, around 12th or 13th or so. And then you have LT's back in last. He just got spun around. He's back with Bean in that pack. Battle for 5th. Big Jim getting by Tim, bringing Frank with him. But the front 4 have gotten away, and looks like it's trying to become 3 cars now. As Dirty Boy is starting to get lost.
Tim was pinching the other 88 all the way down almost to the grass.
Oh, here comes Kenny. I think the highest double zero's been all night.
He's fun coming on pit road. First pit stop.
Yeah. Tim moving low on the other 88. Oh, he sent him up the track. And here comes Kenny, 3 wide to take advantage, putting Tim up into Frank. Now they're both in the wall. And Frank almost back down to traffic.
Well, it seems like, I know, not shot Tim, but it seems like every race he did in Echo, he was pissed at somebody or he was mad at him.
I remember a rookie back in Atlanta. Oh, that's going to be huge. The 88 came off the wall, and Tim is upside down on the backstretch. With a backflip.
Oh my God! That's the Las Vegas big one.
I've never seen 5 cars flip at the same time.
I think that's the stage end. The stage is over.
Well, one more stage
and that will add laps onto the last stage. So last stage will be a little bit longer than normal, but now you have LT in 26th. You have obviously Max in second and Dirty Boy in fourth. Bean mid pack. So if you're Bean and LT, you kind of have to go.
Well, I'm seeing in the Twitter chat, Bean and LT are not happy. So.
Yeah,
I don't know.
They were swamped. Morons. They were swamped this last restart, middle of 3 and 4, and as you mentioned, Eli, before the race, even though they have their own races to go and race for, you have to race smart around the Championship 4. As H-Wix stayed out. Was that strategy? No, it was not strategy.
No, well, we can add that one to the bingo card if someone could get in the pit.
We've had about all this race. We saw car do backflips, Tango saving fuel. The one's not lagging anymore.
Yeah.
Yes, stage 3 fixed it for now. So you got the 1 in second, Dirty Boy going for third on Cyogenic. I want to go back and see how Bean's doing. He's still in that swamp of cars. He's right now racing with Meme, LT still back there, kind of around Nexus and them. You got Frank up the track, Brett to the middle, trying to push Bean clear of it all. Bean will clear, Brett will clear. 4 wide.
Back
sort back.
All right, wait. Max is just chilling, really.
Yeah. Max right now in second, kind of content right behind Jaw right now, but Dirty Boy does clear for third. Gets by that 48 of Cyogenic. Right now, Big Jim in fifth, Alpha in sixth, Kenny in seventh. Oh, and the 21 just put, I think that was the 95 in the wall.
Oh.
So I think front runner got a little tight off the corner, and that was the end result. But back here, there's Coach Mac getting shoved out of the way by Tiger. Behind them, they're almost three wide. LT still has really made no progress in the 19. But really, how do you make progress when you're back there and there's cars three wide and all over the place in front of you? I mean, Tim was also very fast, but Tim's still stuck back there. He restarted back at 25th, so those two have not really made any progress because they can't.
Okay, I have returned. What have I missed?
Restart.
Oh no, JC just drove it on an LT.
Oh,
And he hit him up in the Nexus. Nexus into Brennan.
Oh, Brett to the inside.
He's. Ooh. I think he realized that wasn't going to be a safe merger, and he was coming straight back to the right, and I think he hooked it back left, realizing that was not going to be the smartest thing he was ever going to do in the Echo Racing League, and I don't think he wanted his last memory of the Echo Racing League to be him possibly killing a Championship 4 contender while he was running at the back of the field.
They all run a little bit higher.
Max,
48.
Sio, that was a really good turn off the corner right there. Big Jim making his name known at the front, winner of Kansas earlier this season. Remember that amazing finish where they were side by side beating and banging and down to the line, as you mentioned, three wide in the final corner, and Dirty Boy was also part of that finish in the 10, same with Bean. But if you're LT and Bean, you're hoping another yellow comes out at some point, especially LT. You know, Bean has worked his way up pretty nicely since that restart. He's now, I believe, up inside the top 10. But for LT, it's been kind of disaster. Still back with Tim. They've made some progress. They're by JC, Nexus, Brett, and Brennan, but they're still trying to fight through Jocko and Generals and Frontrunner and Meme. They're losing touch with the pack. Still have Max riding in second, behind Jaw, content right now. Cyogenic in third. You know, if you're Sio, well, I guess that answers it. So let's say, how hard do you push if you're Sio? You have obviously the Championship 4 front runner right now in front of you, but I think that just answered it for Sio. He wants to move by him. He wants to have a shot at John. Max will let him clear so they can get back in line as quick as possible, because he knew Dirty Boy was only a few cars back.
Let's D2 do their thing, because earlier we seen 41 and 40 up the track, so
I assume Sio's not too happy.
Yeah, maybe get 2 free spots out of it.
Well, we'll see here. Sio's looking low in 3 and 4. The 41 kind of was able to keep clear, but there's Bean. He's just at the back of this pack, right behind Kenny and front runner. Oh, we had one car knock the wall down off corner exit back there, really hard into the wall. Sio looking to the outside of the 41. Now we'll try and cut back under here, 3, 1, and 2. Yeah, there you go. Dirty Boy up to 4th. There goes Sio.
Trying to get to that corner panel, but
oh, caution. That is huge for LT and Bean as well. Bean was likely to lose the draft, and LT hadn't made much progress in the 19. So Bean right now in 9th. So that's a good recovery mission for the 22. For LT, he really needs to get it done this restart, and I mean, he has Tim with him. I mean, if he just lets Tim go, Tim could be
yeah, Tim could carve a path.
Let Tim do the dirty work and try and follow through on the bottom. Right now, LT in 15th, Tim in 14th. And with 46 laps to go, you get 30 laps of fuel, so this will, you know, you'll pit probably, you know, that would be too long for 2 tires, so I'd assume a lot of drivers would try and split that in half, but here we go, 41-48, again the front row, and then the second row is the Championship 4 runners.
Out.
Oh, really? Oh, Arrow and KD. That's 2 big names. Jocko as well, that's a good crop of drivers.
So now it's just a battle of who can stay in the
well, Dirty Boy did not get going on the restart in the 10.
Oh, no.
That.
Oh, there goes the 66.
66.
And Dirty Boy is in the crash. Dirty Boy is spinning on the back stretch.
You know who made it through all that? LT.
19.
Yeah, he followed. Ironically, he followed Tim.
Yeah, Tim's now 10th.
He
LT
got
side by side
places.
with Bean. And I mean, once again, we mentioned how anything is possible with this championship 4 in the final race. Dirty Boy was up there side by side with Max into turn 1. 10 did not get a good restart. He got put back in that swamp, and he ended up around, and now he's outside the top 15. And now Dirty Boy's the one that we're possibly worrying about not having enough time to make it up there. And now Max, really, he's kind of on a world of his own. He's in 3rd. Dirty Boy now back in 19th. Bean in LT. LT in 13th. Bean in 11th. So,
Good. Never know.
right now, 3rd, 11th, 13th, and 19th. And a lot of drivers there staying out. You had some pit. The 48, one of them. Or, not the 48, excuse me. I saw, looks like an Ally car back there. That was the 88. Oh no, my eyes are deceiving me. We're back green, and Sion moves down right behind John in front of Max, and we'll see how the inside does on this restart with Bean trying to move up, Tim trying to move up. Bean obviously going to be very aggressive. Still got Alpha up there, Kenny as well. Bean coming low, and I think that's Super. LT back there trying to make some progress. Dirty Boy in the middle of 3, Nexus with him. 19 of LT down to the inside of Frank. Front runner just behind him. LT right now just behind Brett in the 24. That's around 10th place. Big Jim able to clear the 1 of Max to get up to 3rd, and Alpha's trying to do the same.
I don't think much of Alpha today.
Now quietly in 5th right now, though.
He's worked his way through the chaos, really. So
We've seen him sneakily win some of these races. Oh yeah, we got cars in the walls. At the 18,
I think there's 16 and someone else. But I
Moon
think
was one of them in the
grass.
outside wall.
burning through the grass.
That won't be a yellow, though. They're all keeping it going straight. Max right now in 4th, but don't look now. Bean's back up to 7th.
I would
The
say
22.
LT's making good on those first tires. He's on those new tires.
Yeah, I think he pitted
Down
under
back
that
to
last
where-
yellow, even though he went half a lap. He still pitted, and I think he's
Hey.
making some decent progress. I mean, Tim didn't pit. Tim restarted around 10th, and he's right behind Tim, so really those tires have kind of just put him where he was going to be anyway. And who knows, if he restarted up there, he could have been back worse. So now if you're being your goal, you can see the 1. You know, it's close you've been to the front since, I don't know, sometime mid-stage 2. Max up the racetrack. Once again, you mentioned he lined 3 and 4. That 1 just keeps going up the track.
My corner's always a little goofy. It always points you to the wall, so you gotta kind of be careful with it.
If
It's
there
fine.
is-
It's since lap 1. Since lap 1, it just had it stuck.
If there's one track that has ever confused me with the handling, it has been this racetrack. I never get... Oh, Kenny's wrecking on the backstretch into the 21. They somehow all saved it. I can't believe it. I saw him hit the wall off turn 2. I didn't think much of it, but he did come down and get LT and then come back up into the outside wall and then came back down into the pack. And fortunately, everyone kept it going straight. LT does miss it, so he's still with the 22, the 88, and the 9. As Bean actually going to let Tim go right there. Tim making some good moves up by the 22.
Came down to
Oh,
push
Tim's
time
blocking
to make it.
Bean.
That's...
Bean just let Tim by? And
Yeah.
then Tim is blocking Bean back. Okay.
Blocked him all the way down to the apron. If I'm Bean, I'm honestly very ticked at that.
angry. Oh. Next time I get a new 88, I'd be 8 wheels turn
I'd
better
get a little
than
tight,
4.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Like
this-
he hits the apron.
Oh, Tim. Well,
Oh,
yeah, but that wasn't even really Bean's fault. He was
I
on the white
know.
line.
Tim like kind of got
I don't know if he got loose there, if he was getting loose. I mean, we know Tim likes to run looser setups, but
loose.
I mean, that was kind of a weird place to get loose. It was almost like he kind of went in there with a purpose to hit the 22. That's interesting. I didn't see anything happen between the two, but possibly something did.
I've learned at this moment, no question what Tim does.
I think all we know is that for being an LT, gained them a spot. So,
Yeah.
oh, for the lead.
41.
Ooh, he's still blocking.
God.
Still a 5-car breakaway. Then 6th and 7th are also playoff contenders. You have Alpha just hanging on to the front 4 right now, and Jaw still doing a good job leading it. Cyanogen, they've been 1-2 for a lot of this race, and Max has just kind of been back there in 4th, not trying to do anything to jeopardize his championship chances. He's trying to hang around the front.
Good, decent gap with being an LP, so.
Yeah, I think he'd honestly be content letting, honestly, even maybe letting Alpha go to let these 4 kind of battle it out.
But you don't want to put yourself in a spot where it could cost you. So.
Because at this stage, if you're Max, you would love a race victory, but you don't want to do anything to. Yeah, a championship overweighs the race win every time out of every time. So
these other 4, a race win, it'll. So.
Hey, think about Jaw. You know, he won a few races this season. Cyanogen has won races this season. Big Jim winner back in Kansas. Alpha, has he ever won in the Echo Racing League? I don't think so. He'd love to get that final one. Yeah, it looks like they kind of swapped 6th place. It looks like Beam maybe thinks LT's faster and wants the 19 to try and lead them up to them. But, oh, Alpha got the wall a little bit from 5th.
Should be able to still hang around.
We're nearing the end of the Echo Racing League. We're in the final 28 laps. They'll be pitting. Now, here's a question, Eli.
Oh, yeah.
They'll be pitting with around 10 to go. Do you split this in half and take 4, or do you do what Bean did in stage 1 and run it out?
I mean, again, you can't follow what Max does. Maybe try to undercut, try to get in front of him. Because clearly he's not racing them. He's just hanging back. So.
Yeah, he could have easily taken it 3 wide there if he wanted.
Yeah.
But
they're kind of catching it.
Yeah, the longer these guys battle, the slower they're going. Sile just got the wall right there, so that's going to kind of check everyone up. Max going to go through the middle of it. I think Big Jim let him have that, though.
Yeah, you seen why, like, Big Jim earlier, like, in stage 1, he short pit, he was way out front for the lap.
Yeah, at some point, you know, you try different pit strategy, and you hope a yellow can try and save you, maybe. You know, if you stay out long, you hope a yellow comes out and traps some guys a lap down. Or if you pit there, you hope it cycles out, and then while you're still in a good position, the yellow comes out to where everyone will have to come down pit road anyway.
Or you hope right when you pit across it comes out.
Yeah. Frank on pit road, so the 88 trying to do a really big undercut. Tiger's wrecked on entering turn 1 in the 66. I believe he's the only one, though. So that should stay green, but still John head in the pack. Max in second now, and LT and Bean trying everything they can to get up to the front 5. They're right now 6th and 7th with their championship rival in second. There's Tiger on the apron. Not what he wanted after having a, well, it was going to be a good night. Big Jim, yeah.
There you go.
That would be about the midway point. You get 30 laps on fuel. He's pinned with 15 laps on fuel left, so that is the midway point where you're splitting it in half. He's trying to do whatever he can to get out in front, get some track position. There goes 11 to pit road. And we know Big Jim, he's always really good with those pit entrances, so he gains a lot of time on those, too. He gets it right to the line.
I know what happened back at Chicagoland.
Yep.
Max sped.
Max sped, and the 41 won the race because of that, right? So,
yeah,
if you're Max, you know, is that maybe weighing in the back of your mind? I lost a race in this league like this before.
You gotta, like, I mean, be careful. You can't go in there flying. Bean or LT.
Yeah, I think for them it's maybe full send, try and get whatever they can. But also, if you're Max, right, you don't want to really pit with anyone around you, because we know what the 48 Cyanogen has done entering pit road. If he somehow messes up and hits you,
oh, it's all over.
There's Tim coming off pit road with those fresh tires. He's doing the same strategy as Big Jim right there, kind of splitting it in half, trying to get whatever he can. He's going to come out right in front of... Now, this could honestly maybe help LT and Bean a little bit. They could get a little bit of draft off the 88.
Kind of pull him back up there.
We'll just have to see what these guys do. What, you know, how long do they want to stretch it? At what point does one of the 3 championship drivers up here pull the plug? Is Jaw pitting, or is that him breaking the draft? I think that would be a call to pit. If it is, the one is right with
Oh,
them. That
oh,
was too
boy.
close for my liking. I can tell you that right now.
that was
That could have been
And
Matt's
honestly,
championship.
at that point, you don't really know if you're Max that he's pitting. Because he didn't pull down way low. It was almost like he was just breaking the draft.
that's why he just didn't really move up. Styles did.
And so a lot of these drivers, I think, are going to be going for that 4 tire call. But where does Big Jim cycle out?
Max?
No, Sile didn't pit. Bean is pitting. So the 22, the first of the championship drivers to come in.
Oh boy.
You can see Tim unlap himself or get one of his laps back.
All just a strategy game now. Well, crap.
Honestly, if I'm LT, I have to pit, like, now.
Yeah.
You can't just ride with the one and expect from, unless, like, you know, unless you think a yellow's going to come out, and then you'll be in 4th place or so, and
Well,
no, he's pitting, there he goes.
There he goes.
I think he saw Bean come into pit road, and he decided he had to follow suit, and he saw the one still staying out, he decided he had to do something about it.
It wouldn't surprise me if Matt pits this time, but it would not surprise me if he is.
Did Bean speedy lap? Alright.
He did it a little
Max is pitting.
Yep, it is. That's what I thought. If that was the 3 of his other
I'm just
championship
worried
players
that-
pitting.
Cyanogen aggressive entering pit road. Those two were so aggressive. I think they made it, but I mean, Cyanogen even braked later than Max Boost. That gives Alpha the lead.
If the 48 made it, by
The
God.
one had to make it.
Yeah.
If the 48 didn't make it, then it's questionable, but we'll see right here.
Yeah.
We'll be focusing on this, making sure that everyone is all tidy on pit road.
Always like
Where
that
does-
front end $1,000.
Where does Big Jim come into play in this? Bean, LT, all pitting sooner. Frank came out ahead of Big Jim as well. Remember, Frank was the first one in. There they go. They leave together. There's the 88. There's the 11. The 88 will leap them all. They're still... Oh, they're side by side leaving pit road. Jack's going to beat Max. What happened to Bean? He fell behind LT.
Take it, bad pit stop? Like a 16-8 or something?
Him and Brett came. Greg closed in after pit stop. It wasn't like a horrible pit road. I don't.
So with all that now it hasn't cycled through yet, but it's cycled through for the championship runners practically. You have Kenny still out there leading it, but you have Max still in front of the 19 and the 22. So even though they pitted a lap and 2 laps before the one car, it didn't really gain them anything. However, it gains for the 41, the 11, and the 88. Dirty Boy now leaving pit road in the 10. Obviously, he was really, really far back there.
Going 3.
LT behind Alpha. As you mentioned, Jaw with the race lead, and I think he has the freshest tires of the front 3. The 48 trying to run them down to make it a race out of all of them. Max with them, hoping that he can just latch on and try and pull away from LT, who right now is the second of the championship runners. Kenny's still out there, by the way. Still out there, currently in the race lead. Nexus also has not yet pit. He's 4th. So the front 4 have not yet come down pit road. They're hoping that a yellow can come out. They'll get that track position if a yellow comes out, because all these drivers will pit. It's been long enough, I have to believe, to where all of them would pit, but we're getting down to a window where those drivers are going to be due onto pit road at any moment. Sio getting by Big Jim. Max following suit. That moves Sio up to 2nd. Max to 3rd. Back behind them, you have Frank right now in 5th, but he's on really, really old tires, definitely losing a lot of ground. And I think Alpha and LT definitely will fly around him. Bean as well will probably get by him, but when we're getting down to the final few laps of the season, at some point the plug will have to be pulled for the people who have not yet pitted. Kenny is within a lap of pitting in the 00. We'll have to see what he does on pit road, though. Does he take 2? Does he take 4? And now the question is, can Cyogenic run Jaw down? Make it a big race for the lead.
I think he's right. He's called him big time the past few laps. Shouldn't be hard.
Look for
Catching
Kenny here.
someone.
Kenny is into pit road in the 00. So this will be his final stop of the night. 13 of H-Wicks is still out there. Now, wasn't H-Wicks the ones that missed up pit road a few cautions ago? He's now leading the race with, I guess it'd be 11 to go for him. The 12 is in the grass.
I've never seen a car turn that well in my life. Wow.
And Max.
That's crazy.
Got tight though that time. Didn't turn well.
The 48 went like to the wall, to like under the 41.
H-Wicks in pit road on the 13. So that's one of the last drivers to have to come down pit road. Now, the big thing is, all those drivers that were bound for the lead were still trapped a lap down when that was happening. So now they're cycled back out onto the lead lap. But this battle for the win. Now with Max, he kind of has distance in between him and the next guy in terms of the championship. He can kind of push that 48 and try and get by him. Alpha gaining on Big Jim.
I think this is Matt's Boost's chance championship to lose at this point. He can probably go for the win and not even have LT catch up with him. He's just so fast right now.
We said earlier, far enough gap. Yeah, you can push it.
Yeah, definitely.
9 laps to go at the line, but there's always that possibility of some late yellow coming out, changing the whole thing. And when you get a late yellow, what do you do on pit road? That's honestly the question everyone asks. You know, do I pit here? Do I take 4? Do I take 2? If it's that late, you know. So that could always happen. But I think the field is spread out to where that shouldn't happen.
But I mean, you never know.
We've been surprised by the yellow a few times this race, where we were just kind of watching the battle for the lead, and then all of a sudden the yellow came out. But it's looking like it could shape up to be a battle between Cyogenic and Max Boost, 2 of the best drivers this season.
Top 2 this season.
Right now it's a 3-car race. At the front 2 make contact. Jaw in 3rd, could try and pounce. Alpha is right now in 4th. The next championship drivers, LT in 5th, Big Jim currently in 6th, and Bean and Dirty Boy are a good ways back. Bean right now back bound for 7th with the 13, and Dirty Boy obviously was back there, never got a yellow to try and catch back up. LT trying to pass Alpha for 4th.
LT definitely has a long one car, but I don't know if he will be able to catch up in time with what the front was.
Heard one thing hurting him. Number of laps.
Yeah. If it was a long, good one, like we've been saying that he has a good long one car, if it was more like 25 laps to go, or like 20 laps to go instead of 10, but like after pit stops, then LT might have a shot. But with only 8 to go,
48 and 1 get a little bit too racy.
Or yellow comes out, changes the whole thing. I think that's 6 to go right there, so...
We might get a caution. There's 3 wrecked on the front stretch.
Oh no, yeah, look at the 88 to 24. The yellow is out!
Oh no.
My God.
Now what do you do? It's going to be restart under 5 to go. I mean, you almost have to stay out. If you're Dirty Boy, if you're Bean, you almost have to stay out. If you're Dirty Boy especially, you can't do what the others do. You're so far back there. You have to throw a Hail Mary, and we're going to restart under 5 to go. Oh, this is...
I don't think you even pit with the 1 and if you're Max and LP.
This is going to get interesting.
Oh.
And if you're the 1 in the 19, if you stay out right here, you hope you drag enough people with you that you have enough of a gap over those fresh tires of the championship runners. I think LT might be pitting. They're all pitting so far. Who dares stay out? It's going to be the 47 and the 10.
Well.
Oh, boy.
Dirty Boy try.
Yeah, Dirty Boy had to try this. You have the 47 as well, the 00, the 48 in 4th. Max Boost in 5th.
Gary Boy's best chance is just, I don't think he's even going to get away.
Yeah. Oh, we got some checkup on the inside, though. The one getting shoved high.
Here comes LT.
LT has Nexus in front of him, though. Dirty Boy trying to block the one into the wall. Around goes the 10. The one's in the wall.
And they're going 4 and 5.
They're going to be like 4 wide.
Here comes Cyogenic around the outside trying to take the lead. LT and Max are side by side for the championship.
And they're going
Kenny
in the glass.
Kenny leads.
Big block. This is great. Now outside.
Meme sent it on LT, the 19 off the track. I can't be happy if I'm LT with that.
Oh, no. Oh,
the 40 in the wall!
In the wall!
Oh, he's gonna wreck on the backstretch with the 18!
Oh,
they're in the inside wall! I don't know. Oh, they're wrecking in 3!
Oh,
the 7 and the 21. The 10 is in pit road at this time. The yellow is out again. It will be an overtime now.
Oh my god.
I don't know what I just watched.
You have now... Kenny is on older tires, remember, but he was one of the last to pit. You have Max now in 2nd. LT is 5th. Bean is 8th. And obviously you will stay out.
But you can't, yeah.
How about Generals in 4th? Where does he come from? The 16?
I feel so bad. I feel so bad for LT. He got sent by me.
Yeah, and if I'm LT, I'm definitely not happy with the 18. I mean, I know it's for a race win, but you were back around 5th or 6th. You were not going to win the race from there.
Yeah, you weren't. Oh, my. Drama.
And now if you're Max, you're going to be restarting on the outside.
You got to hope you get a good restart.
You have to hope they can get him right behind that 00 in front of the 41, but here we go. Overtime, will this be the only one? What a way to end the Echo Racing League. This is for the championship. Kenny trying to recover from heartbreak at Michigan. Max trying to hold off LT for the championship. We'll see how it goes. Turns 1 and 2.
You got to hope Kenny doesn't hit that apron.
Yeah, if someone sends him off the racetrack right here, I mean, he's in good position. But look at John, he's going to shoot to the middle.
Oh, he cannot.
Oh, boy.
The one, going to try and use the outside to get around. John through the middle, gets clear.
That actually hurt. That hurt LT.
Yeah, because Kenny had to check up on the inside. We'll get to the white flag. Next flag ends the race. You have Jaw leading it. Max in 2nd right now in control of the championship. He'll send it in deep. LT on the outside trying to make something work on Generals to try and get to the 1. Kenny trying to make something work on the inside. But with the 19 stuck back there, the 1 clear in 2nd. We'll see what happens in 3 and 4 for the win, though.
I think Jaw might have the win.
Jaw protects the bottom well. He started the season with a win. He'll end the season with a win. Jaw wins the final Echo Racing League race, and Max Boost is the Season 2 champion. It definitely was not easy for him, but he got it done. What an ender to the championship. Max ends up in 2nd, LT 5th, Bean 8th. Dirty Boy out of nowhere gets up to 10th at the end. All 4 of our championship runners finish inside the top 10.
Well,
my goodness.
We talked about that late race caution, and well, we got our late race caution.
Yeah, before the race, we were talking about. I was like, well, the only thing I would love to see is a late race restart with the championship on the line, and let me tell you, the championship was on the line with 2 late race restarts. And I find it fitting how the NASCAR Heat AI allowed the 1 to pull ahead after the checkered flag.
Yeah.
That's basically symbolic of that championship win. That was insane.
That was crazy.
What a way for the Echo Racing League to go out. Wow.
Yeah, and I mean, that was that was insanity at the end. We knew if it came down to a late restart, it was going to be something like that. And let me tell you, I think that was basically how we thought it would go. And I think Jaw definitely one of the more deserving drivers to win this race. He was up front pretty much all night long. Once he got up to the front, he didn't start well, but he raced well, and that was most important for the 41 to win this race. But we do have the champion with us, Max. I know it wasn't easy at the end. It was, I would have to assume, very, very nerve-wracking with those late yellows. So take us through, because before that yellow with 6 to go, you had the championship locked up, but then you have to go into a whole different mode in terms of how to deal with the restart, and then you're getting sent up into the wall. You have drivers staying out. So take us through that whole kind of final stint with those restarts, because it was definitely insane from our perspective.
Yeah, that was completely insane. Yeah, when that caution came out, I knew there was going to be chaos and all that good stuff that comes with the late race caution. So it was just basically survive, and I thought for sure it was over for me because I got pushed up in turn one and then fenced it in turn three. We were like 3-4 wide, and I just like kind of just held the wheel straight, was able to make it alive, and then we had one more caution, and then Jaw made his way past me, and I looked at my running order and realized that I was okay with where I was, so I just let him have it, just rode where I was, because man, my heart was racing. I don't know if you guys could tell, I'm like shaking. That was a wild last 6 laps.
Our hearts were racing too. We were kind of up here like, oh man, what's going to happen now? Because we saw Dirty Boy back there. We're like, he has to stay out, right? There's no way that he just kind of rides back there. And he stayed out, and it kind of, those drivers staying out shook up the whole running order. But congratulations on the championship. Eli, I don't think you have a question, but it's the final race. So I think you should have a question. It's the final race.
Or were you scared you were going to speed on pit road that last pit stop? Was you and Salaginic really sent it in there?
I was afraid he was going to get me and spin me, so I took it really conservative. And then when he was next to me, I was like, uh-oh. So I gave him as much room as he needed. I let him go right past me. I was like, you know what? You can win the race. It's okay. I'm not going to get a spin, So that was wildly stressful.
Nathan, do you have a question for our champion?
You were one of the fastest drivers all season. You obviously were the best driver all night long out of the final four. How were you able to make 0 mistakes, well, almost no mistakes? How does it feel?
Lots of laps of practice. When you learn where the bumps are at this track, it's pretty helpful to be consistent. But I mean, it feels amazing. I really enjoy this league. I'm really sad to see it come to an end after this, but it's been an amazing season, and I'm really happy to have raced in this league. So I mean, it's bittersweet for sure.
Well, you can
Best
say you're
driver on PS4. Sorry.
There you go.
Sorry.
There you go, Brennan. I think you
No,
said it
dude,
best.
Real quick, dude. I mean, why I say that is, he's really good on customs, of course, but on presets, he's just as good. A really good custom setup driver might not be good at presets, and then a really good preset driver might not be good at custom setups. He's one of the best at both, and that's what makes him the best on PS4, in my opinion.
Dang, man, that means a lot. Thank you, dude.
Well, Max, you can say you're one of 2 Echo Racing League champions. Congratulations on getting the championship in the final season. Go party hard tonight. You deserve it after those final 6 laps.
Yeah, absolutely. Will do, man. Thank you.
And we'll now talk to the championship runner-up, LT. I know entering the race you said you're pretty sure what the outcome would be, and you would just try your best, and that would make you happiest. But at the end of the race, 6 to go, you're looking at max boost all the way up there, and then a yellow comes out, and you have to, at that point, get a little bit of excitement because you know how these late race restarts go, and just take us through it because it looked like you were in a good position at one point. The 18 looked like hit you up the racetrack in turns 1 and 2. So just take us through your perspective on the restart because Max said it was craziness. I'm sure it was just as crazy from your perspective.
Yeah, that was. I thought it was going to be a nice calm finish, but then the caution came out, and I knew there was going to be a lot of people staying out, taking 2 tires, doing crazy strategies, and that happened. And I think I restarted 8th maybe, and my objective was to try to get to the inside, and I got sent a couple of times, and it was just people bumping into each other, and I knew that Max was my target. I needed to get by him, and I was trying to get up there, and I just couldn't get down to the inside lane to get to him, and it's painful to be that close, but I think he deserved a championship overall. He's one hell of a driver.
I also want to ask you, earlier in the race, you got put back to last. You got spun to the infield grass. Just take us through you trying to come back up there because it looked like it was a little bit hard going for a while there. But you kind of made your way up there with Tim at one point missing a crash. So take us through that because it looked like at one point your championship was not even going to come close.
hmm Yeah. I think someone got loose off of 4 and spun me, and beginning of stage 3, I restarted 25th. So I knew I had a lot of work to do. I didn't give up, and I knew it was going to be a long third stage to get back up there. And luckily we did it, and we had cautions to help out. And the car was not the best handling-wise in the middle of the race, but we made adjustments and fixed it up for the end, and almost had a shot there. That's close, but I'm happy.
Eli, do you have a question for our runner-up in the championship?
I do not. I think you covered it.
All right. Nathan, do you have anything?
Not really.
All right. Well, I know LT you wanted to win it there at the end, but finishing second to Max is definitely, I would say, an accomplishment even. You were definitely, I would say maybe second best on the championship for you being and Durbo are all pretty equal, but I think maybe you had a little bit of an edge on them. But congratulations on your second place in the championship, your top 5 in the race, and I don't know when we'll see you next. Maybe I guess the Elite Racer Series on Sundays, but until then, have a good one, LT.
I'd just like to say real quick. Sorry, Joe. Sorry, LT. LT is insane. Like, yeah, not he came out of nowhere, okay, and then he goes and does this. He surprises literally everyone. Was the steal of the draft, and not to mention he's helped with other leagues and with the stats in this one and other leagues. It's really cool that I met him as a friend, as all of us met him as a friend and best friends to some.
Yeah, I think you summed it up, Brendan. He was last on tryout night. He wasn't even supposed to be there. So he kind of just appeared out of nowhere, appeared out of thin air, and he came here and finished second in the championship. I was telling him before the race, you were literally like the one person that no one thought would be here, and you were here and you finished second in the championship. So that is quite remarkable for sure. From nowhere to second place, that's quite remarkable. But congratulations on the second LT.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate that, truly.
And Brett, I do want to get a word with you because it's the final Echo race. I don't want to talk about your race because I don't think you want to talk about your race either. I want to talk about the league. Obviously, I know you started with a vision of a place for really competitive league racers to come and race each other, but also have fun with it. And I think you've accomplished that more times than not. Just take us through the 2 seasons from August 14th to April 30th, because it's been one hell of a ride for me. I've enjoyed every moment of it, and I just want to hear your perspective from it with this final race especially.
Wow, you even know the dates.
Yep, I looked it up.
Something I don't even know. I started the league with really good intentions, and I had big ideas, big plans, things that I thought I could never accomplish. At that point, I was still new to the Heat community, and the fact that I piled everyone together into a giant league with like people from all over the community. Like we have young kids to grown men. If people from all over, and to come in and race together and put something special on, it really is crazy to believe. And season 2 was supposed to be bigger and better. It was better. I don't know, it didn't really get bigger, but I still smashed just about every goal I ever imagined, and it definitely didn't go exactly how I planned. A lot of issues in between, but that's just what you're gonna get with these types of leagues. I mean, we can only do with what we have, and Heat 5 isn't the greatest, so it's been an awesome ride, and I definitely couldn't do it without all you guys.
I would like to say thank you for coming to me to broadcast, because at first I was skeptical because I was like, Heat 5 broadcasting? How would that even work? There's no leaderboard, there's no ticker. I can't see anything. I can't see the laps. But it has turned out to be a really fun experience in my life, and I've enjoyed every moment of it. I've moved on to broadcasting other leagues as well with this, so you kind of started this can of worms for me from NR 2003 to Heat 5 broadcasting, and I would like to thank you for that, for coming to me for that, because it was truly an honor that you came to me and asked me to do it along with Bardo, and then we got some other people in there along the way whenever Bardo couldn't make it, some other people. So it was really, really fun, Brett, and I'm glad it was successful for you, because you deserve to succeed with this. And you know, it may not have been everything you wanted to at points, but I think you did a really, really good job along the way. So just thanks for everything.
Thank you, man.
Any other last minute words? I know we have Brennan in here, Alpha's here, Tango's here. You all can talk if you want.
Hello.
Alpha.
It's been a long ride with this league. It's been fun to do it, so I don't have much to say. It's Brett, Brennan summed it up pretty much the right way with the drivers and the league in general, how it went. So yeah, it's an honor to be a part of it and help run it for a little bit. I hope we can do something in the future if we can.
There was pain, there was tempers, there was racing, but we all had fun. It was worth it.
That's the most important part. Is Tango the fuel saving master here?
I am here. Hi, hello.
You probably have like the record for most stage wins in this league, don't you?
I hope I do.
just wanted to get that anecdote out there, because that's a possibility.
Definitely really enjoyed, especially back when we had no cautions. That helped me a lot.
I thought you were set for stage 2 tonight, man.
So fun story. I had run out of fuel coming to the white flag, but I didn't cross the start-finish line when I was in my pit box, so it put me a lap down. But I was going to get the free pass, and I hadn't taken tires, and I only took enough fuel to get me that one last lap, because I thought I would pass the start-finish line. So that didn't happen, and then when we were under caution there, I was trying to get in a bunch of adjustments, and the ticker went down a lot faster than I thought it would. Because it started with, like, I guess 20 seconds for me, because I came out of pit road.
Yeah.
So I started with 7 laps of fuel and really old tires for the final stage, so that screwed up my strategy.
Oh no. That's like the worst possible thing imaginable. Like...
Oh, it was terrible.
Oh man. Well, I don't think we ever really got to see on the track, because on our screens you're on pit road. So
Yeah, the entire time.
so we saw none of that happen. I was like, oh, Tango pit, and I was like, no, wait, he's on the racetrack on other people's screens. So. But Nathan, do you have words to say?
I do. This was a great league that you made, but I only commentated, I think, 3 of them, but every race I commentated with Joe and Eli, they were a blast to do. Especially this one. This one was amazing. I watched some races, just from Joe's streams, specifically Kansas. I remember that one. A great league, a massive league, getting 20 plus people for most of the time, having great racing most of the time. Like, heck, we saw 5 wide at one point tonight at Vegas. Like, I never thought I would see that. But but the group of talent in this league was amazing. 2 seasons, it was amazing, and congratulations on a great league play. And hopefully, who knows what the future holds. But congrats on a great league, and congrats to Joel for the final win, and congrats to Matt Smith on the final championship.
Thank you, Nathan.
So I think that will conclude it. The final ever Echo Racing League event from Las Vegas. Max Boost, the champion in the final race. Jaw winning the final race. Bookends the season in terms of wins. And on behalf of the Echo Racing League, I want to say thank you to all the drivers who raced that wanted to make it fun and didn't take it too seriously. There were some people that are like that. But thanks to everyone who did that. Thanks to everyone who watched any broadcast throughout these 2 seasons. Truly means a lot. Thanks to Brett for running the league and letting me commentate. Thanks to people I co-commentated with throughout the races, like Eli. You've been here for I think the most of them. Trey was here for a lot. Luke, Nathan. I don't know if I'm missing anyone, but they were all there. And just thanks to everyone. It was a great league, and sad to see it end, but it's just that's how life is. It moves on, and that's it from the Echo Racing League. Obviously, on Sundays there will be the Elite Racer Series at 9 p.m. So tune in for that. I'm not done broadcasting Heat 5 just because the Echo Racing League is over. So once again, thanks to Brett. Congratulations to Brett on a great league. And until the next time I see you guys, have a good one. I'll see you guys then.